Generals, the Kickstarter Xian decks have finally arrived. We're going to do a deck profile. We're going to have a look at what's in these bad boys. We're going to strategize. We're going to talk about what's in here, what's in there, and we're going to do everything Dynasty. Let's get to it. What's going on, everyone? It's Xian Zhi from Dynasty TCG. What we have today is the first look of the Xian deck. Nothing too crazy, but it's the first look of the Kickstarter decks. So let's get into it. It's got everything that we need to start a proper game. No demos, proper game. Let's go. Alright, welcome to the video, guys. So, after taking the cards out, actually, show you guys the cards. We're going to start off the deck profile showing off what different cards we have on our lovely Xian foam playmat.
Wow.
It's a 50 card deck, got everything that you need to start the game, start winning, start being a boss. Now, we're going to start off with the units, because that's fundamentally, this is what you need to win the game. Starting with the champion cards. So we have one Xian the Deadeye Sniper, two regular Xians, and a Wu Kong. So the premise of the deck, you want to build your deck around your champions. Next is the monks. You get 3 monks. Monks are great because if there's another Wu Kong monk on the side of the field, plus 1 attack to this card. Blue Moon Recruiter. The next card in your Xian deck. Blue Moon Recruiter is a great card. When played, you get to search your deck for a 4 or lower cost unit. Blue Moon unit, of course, and put it into your hand. Next is Veteran Hay, a fan favorite. What Veteran Hay does is plus 1 attack and 1 health to the unit this card is supporting. Above. Next, Keen Recruit. 1/2, cost 2, simple pawn, get them onto the field, do damage, do whatever, do some blocking, have some fun with it. Next, you can't have Xian. You can't have the Deadeye Sniper Xian without having some other archers on the field to support. That's crazy. This is where we see the cavalry. Trained cavalry, strong cavalry. Obviously this is a mobile unit. It goes from one side of the field all the way to your opponent's side of the field. Now, last one. Yue the medic. Look at him. Just look at this guy. Another supporting unit, similar to Veteran Hay. Move on to some items. There's not a lot of items, there's 3. There's 2 swords and 1 shield. You equip it to a unit, increases its health by 1. I wonder what the sword does. Equip this to a unit and increase its attack by 1. The wall. Durability 3. Gives you some fortifications on the field. Protects your lane. That's really it. Let's move on to something more interesting. Something that utilizes these guys again. And that is the order cards. Go away. You've seen this already. Look at this. This is a champion order card. Meaning, these are really strong effects that happen when you have the named champion on the card. So you have Xian here, and you play this, 10 cost. If any Xian card is on your side of the field, deal 2 damage to all zones on your opponent's field. This does not count as an attack. So this nasty effect, play into your discard pile, you have Xian on the field. Let's pretend this is your opponent's field. unit, your 3/5. Every single one of these zones takes 2 damage. 2 damage, meaning if your opponent's zones are all filled up, every single unit is dealt 2 damage. Same thing goes to Wu Kong. Let's bring that bad boy back. He's on the field. You play Enraged Wu Kong. Now let's read the effect. If Wu Kong is on the field, Wu Kong becomes invincible. And may choose to attack any 2 lanes. Must be by himself. After the second attack, Wu Kong retreats. Champion's Might increases the attack of a unit by 1. Next card, Stare Down. Choose 1 unit you control and a unit your opponent controls. They cannot be attacked. Next card, Bravery. Bravery standard increases health and strength of a unit. Nothing crazy, you get 2 of them. Forgot to mention. Deep Greed. 1 equipment finder. Pride for Peace. Increase the health of all units you control by 1. Detour. This plays into the movement system. So, quick example, you have 2 units here. Choose, swap. 1 Shields of Light, 1 Shield of Light. No units can be attacked this turn on either side of the field. This goes for your opponent as well, so you and your opponent cannot have units fighting. Next card, we run 2 of the Intelligent Seller, 1 Intimidate, 1 Fresh Recruit, last one standing, Day of Peace, Heavenly Peach, 3 Call-Ups, Buttheads. Next, 1 Eat Up, 3 Gifts to the Emperor. Finally, 2 Grand Prosperities. So yeah, that's the deck profile. That's every single card in the Xian deck. So we're going to look at a really cool combo now with 2 cards. And that is Veteran Hate and Wu Kong. What you can do with these cards if you're fortunate to get both at the same time. You have 10 resources, you start the game, you play Wu Kong. Wu Kong's effect allows you to search and play a Wu Kong's monk. So you can play it wherever you want. Obviously you can play here, play here, play here. But what I would do, personally, you have your Wu Kong front line. He's a big shield. Then you play your monk right here, and you have your Hei here. So now you have a very strong lane, right? You have Veteran Hei, who's supporting the monk. So he is now a 2/5. +1, 3. This lane already has 3 damage. +4. So that's 7 damage in 1 lane with 2 cards. Not only that, when your Wu Kong is being attacked, you can support and reinforce your Wu Kong to protect it with a monk who has 5. So these 2 cards itself allows a very strong offensive and defensive attack. Super simple combo is when you just have the Blue Moon Recruiter in your hand. First turn, if you have this card, play it onto the field. What you can do, search for another Blue Moon Recruiter, put it onto the field. And guess what we can do again is search for another Blue Moon Recruiter, put it on the field. Turn 1, you have 3 units on the field. Yeah, they're only 1 attack, but you have a defensive or offensive line to start the game. Alright, now we've shown a few combos, meaning 2. We've done 2 combos. I don't want to bore people with explaining every single thing that you can do in the deck because it's very unique to how you want to play it. I've just given you guys some ideas on what you can do. So what I'm going to do instead, which should be more entertaining, is shuffle the decks and play with the hand. So 7 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna move this deck out of the way. With a monk, medic, keen recruit, buttheads, call up, Shen. Oh yeah, 10. You're not allowed 7. You have 6. You have 6, and then you draw into the 7. We'll hide that if you forgot about that. 7's your hand limit. So we have 6. Oh, it's my turn. Draw. Now I have all this because we're going second. Alright. We have 10 resources. How can we do? This is turn 1. We want to max it. Well, personally, I want to maximize my field positioning. Your opponent could be having a very aggressive board right now, and we have 10 resources to spend to defend and prepare for the next attack. We know we have a champion. Personally, I wouldn't play the champion straight away. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's one of your strongest cards. It's going to be one that changes the tides of battle. So for me, play call up. Search for a card. 4 or lower. Let's find. Let's show you guys. Let's find a unit. 4 or lower. Why don't we have a cavalry? Reinforce our positioning. So this goes into your discard pile. We now have 6 resources to play. We could play these 2. Play this one. Play this one. Play this one. These are all the different cards that we have. Buttheads, it could be useful to do a quick pop, but we don't know what our opponent's doing. So assuming that we don't have anything viable with this card, we're going to look at all the units over here. And what we can do, what I personally would do, is we have 2 long range, all of these are short range. Play a keen recruit, start things off. That gives us access to our longer range units who are slightly stronger and more durable, and then play maybe an archer somewhere on the back row, or your cavalry on the back row, just to prepare for anything that is willing to come. You might have to sacrifice a few lanes in the early game, but push it to next turn where you draw another card. Oh, wow. Champion. Where you then have these cards, you can then assess the whole situation and think, okay, I now have 10 resources. I could technically play this and a champion to support all of these cards and make your field quite overwhelming. Or you can go and put even more troops, because this costs 10, you could do this and fill up your field even more. There are so many different combinations that you can do. So that's just a quick 2-turn draw there to show you guys what we have. But I won't make the video go any longer because there are so many different combinations based on this deck alone that you can get, and the orientation of the way that people want to play and how they think is completely different. So I'm going to wrap the video up there. I hope you guys have enjoyed looking at what is in here. So like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to be doing another deck profile of Cavalry. Ooh. But yeah, peace out guys. See you in a bit.